We're visiting with the very famous star of Irma La Douce. Of course, this is the big week at Memorial Hall. The Kennedy Players are opening, and their star is Juliet Prowse. Oh, we're so pleased to have you here for the first performance.
Thank you.
Really? Now, you've just closed in London in Sweet Charity.
Just about 2 months ago.
And, of course, this was such a tremendous hit over there.
It went very well. Well, of course, I love the show. I think it's a fun show, and it's a very fast-moving show. And it's got a lot of laughs, and it's a great part to play.
I was asking Juliet about her dress and about her pendant, and she said she got them both in England. Your pendant is beautiful.
Thank you. It's an old antique little cluster of diamonds.
And you were telling me also that your parents came from South Africa.
That's my
to
home.
London.
They came over for the opening, yeah.
Now, tell us a little bit about South Africa. How is it very modern?
Yes, it's like living in America. It's exactly the same. It's a country of tremendous scope and possibilities for young people. I think it's a great country, for example, to bring up children in, because it's an outdoor life, and you don't get the feeling of big cities and being closed in, you know.
Juliet, of course, you move around a lot. Now, where do you make home base?
In Los Angeles. Although I haven't been there for about a year, but that's where my home is.
A wonderful place to be from.
Yes, lots of people like it, lots of people don't. But I think once you've lived there, you like it, because it's relatively an easy life over there, you know.
Juliet, we exercise on the program every day. Now, you dance, of course, all the time. Do you have to exercise? Do you have to watch your diet?
Yes, I have to watch my diet. I think when one is a dancer, I find, not so much with men, but women particularly, they have a problem to put on weight. I think probably because the body is so used to exercising that when you stop, it's not burning up, or, you know, the food that you put into you. So it just kind of sits there.
Do you have any tips now, any special foods that you eat?
No, the main thing, of course, like with all diets, is to cut out the bread and the cakes and the cookies and all that, you know.
Discipline. That's
Which is very hard. I'm the worst in the world. Absolutely.
Now, what age did you start dancing?
Oh, Lord, I must have been about 6 years of age. Little one.
Did you have instructions at this time?
Yes, I was trained as a ballet dancer. And when I went to England when I was 17, it was primarily to try and get into a ballet company. But I was too tall for English companies. So that's when I switched over to modern musical work.
But you aren't that tall. How tall are you?
I'm almost 5'8".
Oh, are you really? No, but you don't seem that tall. I'm about 5'2.5", and you don't seem that much taller than I am.
Well, I am. Funny enough, lots of people say when they see me in person, they say, "You're so much taller. We thought you were small." On television, you know, I've had that comment many times.
Juliet, wanted to ask you now, you're going to be doing something in Atlanta this year, too, aren't you?
We're opening up a new theater down in Atlanta. It's actually a theater, it's not new in as much as it has been there for a while, but they are, I think it was called Theater Under the Stars, and they have now enclosed it. And they're picking out a new name for it, and we're opening up the season with Irma in a couple of weeks.
With Irma. And she has her little babies traveling with us. Tell us
Not
about...
babies, Yorkshires. Yorkshire Terriers.
But now you got these dogs.
I got them in England.
In England? Was this a great problem, bringing them over?
No, there's no problem bringing them from England. It's taking them into England. Because England is a rabies-free country. And the reason it is a rabies-free is because they have a 6-month quarantine on all animals. And so, therefore, you can't take if you want to put your animals into 6-month quarantine, you can take them, but I wouldn't do that. So I had 2 other dogs, and I left them in South Africa with my parents, and I acquired these 2 new ones in London.
But now, how about when you check into a hotel or a
No
motel?
problem.
No problem at all?
Especially with little dogs, there's no problem. I think if you walked into a hotel with a St. Bernard or something, then they would look at you, you know. But they're so small. I mean, they weigh like 2 pounds apiece, so...
How do they adjust to different cities?
Well, they're still puppies, so they're going through an adjustment, you know, time. The biggest thing is, of course, when you live in hotels and such, is housebreaking a puppy. Because it's easier when you're in a home, you can just put them outside, and they learn that outside is for that. But in a hotel, you know, sometimes you can't get out that quickly. and it's more difficult. It really is.
Julie, I wanted to ask you, you had an accident when you were how old? About 16?
No, a little older. I was about 20 when I had it.
But now you didn't know whether you'd dance again.
Well, I dislocated my knee and all the tendons in the knee, and I was in a cast for about 6 weeks. And then when the cast came off, I still couldn't manipulate the knee at all. And it took about 3 months of therapy and
But now,
slow work to get it back. And touch wood, I've never had any trouble since with it.
Oh, that's marvelous. Well, what about these young, aspiring young ladies that might be watching you, or Mama?
You mean dancers?
Yes, what advice do you have?
The only advice I can give, of course, is first and foremost, one must have a talent for whatever one wants to do. And then, if you do have the talent, it's a lot of hard work. I would say dancing is probably the hardest work of all mediums of theater, because it takes tremendous discipline. It takes a lot of sweat. It takes a lot of hours, you know.
They always think that glamour stars like yourself are able to go out, after the theater and lead a very gay life.
Well, you can if you want to. You won't live very long. You have to look after yourself if you're... It's like anything. It's like an athlete. I mean, a football player or such. When they're working, they have to take care of their diet and their sleeping and their drinking and their carousing and whatever, You have to watch it.
Because it catches up with you,
Well,
doesn't
of course, it takes its toll,
We want to be sure and invite everyone to come down and see Irma La Douce. And they have all new sound.
That's
is
what I
really
hear, yes.
Yes, and the stage,
marvelous.
they have done terrific things with the stage. So I think everyone will certainly enjoy seeing you, Juliet Prowse.
Oh.
It's really a treat seeing you on television and to be able to see you in person. We want to tell everyone, of course, that they can come nightly. And we have 2 matinees. I think sometimes people forget this.
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday, and then there's an early performance at 7:30 on Sunday. So we want to invite everyone to come down to Memorial Hall and see you.
Come on down.
Yes, come on down and see. Juliet Prowse, you are certainly delightful.
Thank you.
I've enjoyed visiting with you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.